Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be trying out some Explorer action. We're going to try the best of 3 ladder, and this is a deck that I'm slowly putting together in paper, got most of the cards, and something I wanted to try out on Arena, see how it plays out, a couple of the flex slots. So by no means is this a final list, but is something I'm interested in kind of playing further. So it is Gruul Dragons. So kind of the core of the Gruul Boats deck. You have your 8 elves on one. You have your Stormseeker to give things haste, you have your Crone Wars, but instead of the vehicles, we're substituting in copies of dragons. And we have Thunderbreak Regent, that's a 4 mana 4/4 flyer, that whenever a dragon you control becomes target of spell or ability an opponent controls, deals 3 damage to that player. So everything that targets gets hit. We have Glorybringer, 5 mana 4/4 flying haste, deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent's controls. Very good copy target for Fable the Mirrorbreaker. We have an Atushi in here for some card advantage, a Shivan Devastator for the top end. We have Invasions of Tarkir as a scalable burn spell, and then makes a dragon on the flip side. In terms of removal as well, we have Dragon's Fire, which is Lightning Strike, that also then can scale for damage, given that all our dragons are pretty much 4 power, so deals with like the angels and stuff like that. Couples a Crone War to steal like Atraxa, stuff of that nature. Mutavaults in the mana base, some layers to kind of give a go. The card, like if you're not mainboarding anymore, is Scavenging Ooze, which might be wrong given Greasefang decks, but we'll give that a shot. Sideboard, we got Rending Volleys for blue-white matchups, along with Fry for like Teferis. We have a Braid for artifact removal or just more kind of creature damage. Unlicensed Hearse and Clothis for graveyard hate. Outline Liberator, artifact enchantments, and then kind of artifacts enchantment hate, but also just against the more spell-based decks, we can kind of ping them for a lot of damage that way there. Chandra for the grindy matchups. Crone War basically says steal Atraxa. We are a little weak to Sheoldred, so something to consider there, but we don't have Roast in this format. Another card that I have in the paper version is Stormbreath Dragon, which is protection from white, which is very good into like the blue-white control matchup. So we'll give this a couple goes, see how it plays out. I don't know if Atushi's good enough. I hope, because it cost me like 12 bucks for it, but we just throw it in another deck if needed. And same with Shivan Devastator if it's a good enough top-end threat. But haven't played much of this format since the new set, but turn 2 Fable the Mirrorbreaker is a good card. So this is likely blue-white control. Ooh, Doom Foretold. Much rather this than just straight blue-white control. Othakaya. That's fine. So I think in this matchup we don't want Dragonfire, just more action. Let's go Copperline Gorge into Thunderbreak Regent here. Karn package. Let's see what they get here. Meekstone, Mightstone. Whenever it becomes a target of a spell or ability. So they could have a sweeper here. This lets me play around said sweeper. This, I feel like if they had this sweeper, then they play it already. So they are gonna gain 2 and I'm gonna lose 2, but getting Karn off the battlefield is important. Well, I could have cast this. I think we just dome them for 6 here. Now they could choose to hit Reflection Akiki. But here they take 6. gain back 3. So I'm actually just gonna do this. And then hold back Sokuzan. Do I? Just go another region here. Again, like I feel if they had a sweeper, they would have used it. So, of note this game, they did gain decent amount. Okay, so the Trial of Ambition comes down. We'll get rid of this. We just hit him for 8. Okay, so they're definitely doomed Foretold. So Cindervines, Outline Liberators, Clothis, Chandra come in. We can get rid of these Dragonfires. Get rid of the Acrone War. Do I want to license Hearst? They're on Karn, so probably not. Just run it like this. I expect them to bring in more sweepers. Or dragons just, you kill my thing, take 6 damage. Seems pretty solid. This hand's very slow. I think we mulligan. Alright, give me a land. It's not even like a proper duel, so... Okay, well, hope we draw a red source. Punished. Got there. So I think we go Cindervines here. It just deals incidental damage, which will be good. Okay, drew the Gorge. Because then I can also... for you. If they do play Doom Foretold, I can sack this to the Doom Foretold and kill it. Okay, no Doom Foretold this turn. I think we just go Liberator here. Starts day night, forces them to play something on their turn. And if not, gives me something to attack in here. Weird sequencing, but sure. So we're just going to blow this up. So I can hit the face, or I think just face is the place here. Can I sack these to Doom Foretold? I think so. It's a permanent. Okay, give me a land. Looks good, looks good. think we just want to try to punish them. If they can't deal with my board, they're just dead to Glorybringers. Notably, we have 2 damage here. So they go to 10, shock in, and then I can blow up something. And get him that way there. Boom! Dragons! Nice first showing. Doom Foretold's not really a like, I love my Doom Foretold piles. It was one of my favorite decks in Standard. I have like most of it in paper from before. I bought most of the deck in paper and then we went into Pandemic. So I was planning on playing it a lot. And then never once actually played it. Between that and the decks I bought December 2019 for when Pioneer first came out, never really got full value out of those. Alright. Let's go. No fatal push. One time, no fatal push. Okay, so this could be the, there's like a green-white company deck going around, or it can be Angels. Angels. I think we get rid of a Fable here. So I do have a Tushi. I think we do this. Play you out next turn. I glory bring them. Okay, so I'm just going Bishop here is fine. I need to take the Righteous off the battlefield. Oh, that's actually very good. Do this. Exert. We're going to kill Bishop here. So target a creature or planeswalker. Auto pay. Reveal a Tushi, and then next turn I have copying Glory Bringer. So then I get another Exert. They could have Coco here. Then doing a main phase is actually good for me because now I get to eat something. Okay, so they do get to exile. That was the wrong exile, my friend. Exert. Deal 4 to Righteous. Make another treasure token. And we get a 4/4. Okay. Just gotta hope for no big Kaylas here, and we're pretty good standing. Take a Kayla for 3. We've already seen 2 Righteous Valkyries. Got him. Getting game 1 in this matchup's very big. So Rending Volley fries Chandra in. Shivan Devastator's probably too slow. Probably... Do I want a Crone War? Probably not on the play. And then maybe trim an Invasion, trim a Stormseeker. A Crone could be interesting, like steal their Lord. Okay, sounds very good. Elf on 1, Elf on 1. This is actually pretty solid because I have Dragonfire if they go Righteous on 2. If not, I get to go Stormseeker. Jada. Jada is interesting. So the thing is, Jada gives Righteous additional power. I think I need to do this. It's not great. Not exactly the line I want to do, but I can't afford to them to just, especially if they Coco, they hit 2 Angels. I'm in a bit of a rough spot there. Okay, we also got Fry. I think we're good here. Again, we're a little susceptible if they have Kylas or Coco. But if not, I'm okay. So I'm not gonna attack here because I am at 12. Might be wrong. Make sure they don't gain the life here. And again, I think I'm just going to control the Angel side of them. They get better with Angels, so it's better. This I can then haste out next turn. So they can trade with Stormseeker, but they lose 2 of their things and I get a 4/4 back. Which seems decent value. We'll just hold Copperline Gorge, make it seem like we have something. And then I have Exert open. They're not like quite dead because like a Coco gets them back, same with this. But they take 3 damage here, they're dead in the air. That kind of just blows them up. Nice little victory there. We'll take those. I don't think Angels is prevalent enough to bring something like Ferocidon. Let me give this one more. See what we can get if we go the nice 3-0 with it. The incidental, like, dragon damage has been pretty good. Just, like, targeting my spells, take 3. Opponent goes first. We'll give this a shot. No elf on one. Two ball to the face here. Probably go Fable next turn. So we can also, so we can do our Fable, or I can just, I think we want to keep them off making treasure here. Not the fastest of starts, and I'm a bit concerned they're just going to have a lot of removal. Not the matchup we want it to be on the draw. Okay, so they did 2 Fatal Push, which is good. But then they have Sheoldred, because of course. Okay, so I can deal 2, deal 3. If I hit a land, then I can Fable and Dragonfire, or I could Reckless Stormseeker. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what they take here. Probably Fables, my guess. They are at 14. They did hit Trespasser. So I do need to kill this now, unfortunately. Do this. Pass the turn. Been a really weird, like I've drawn more Dragonfires than I have creatures. Like I don't even think okay, there's like 1 creature. I've literally drawn just a ton. Second Trespasser's probably GG. It's not great, but I think this is my line. Hopefully that last card's not removal. Okay, so Bone Crusher. I guess another dragon with flying lets me cast the invasion here. Nope. The problem is they also have the hives, so I'm dead just to that really, really weird draw there. Klothys. Chandra. That's probably it. Shivan Devastator is just going to kind of get stuck in my hand. Atushi at least replaces itself. We probably want to trim 1 of each elf. Question, probably another Crone War. I'm pretty heavy in terms of my curve. So the one thing of like this, you know what? I probably can't afford to go like that heavy. So maybe what we do is we trim on a couple invasions and we play these 1-drop elves. Because this curve's heavier than the traditional Gruul. Just a very, like, odd. let's give this a go. Had we held on the dragon, the invasion, like I honestly thought they were mono black at first. Okay, so let's do the elf here. Okay, so we see Stomp come down, that's fine. We'll probably ditch elf, because if they just go this, then I ditch this. Just try to get more action. Chandra's really good here. So I'm going to do Chandra this turn. Because they don't have the mana up for Den yet, so they can't kill it. And then next turn I could Stormseeker, I can Thunderbreak Regent. I have a couple options. So here, I think we're just exiling off the top.
Today's my lucky day.
Let our opponent take 2. And I'm just going to present a few threats here. So I'm going to hold off. They might have a sweeper here. And if they go Shieldred, then I can Dragon's Fire with the Thunderbreak Regent to kill the Bankbuster. Okay, so they opt to not shock. So this is actually going to be kind of cool. So they're going to Atraxa. They're going to crew the Bankbuster. So ending up holding the elf was really big. I'm waiting here. Because now they can't draw a card. Got him. That one was big. Okay, I don't know if we want a Crone War. They're on Atraxa. So the thing is, like, War is good at times and, like, awkward. Like with Chandra, so maybe we go a Hearse in here as well. Could go a Braid, but we have the Dragon Fires. We have Tarkir. I think I still want the Stormseeker, so let's just go Hearse. Hearse gives me a threat as well. It's interesting they chose to play Bankbuster against us. I could bring in a Braid to deal with the Bankbuster, also deals 3 damage. It's interesting. I guess my Rakdos matchup is I might want Boat in the sideboard. Boat's very good, but they're also going to kill a lot of my stuff, so I might want a second Chandra or something like Luca, just like a Planeswalker. They tend to not deal as well with Planeswalkers. We don't have Bonecrusher Giants in our deck. I'm a little bit more susceptible to like Fatal Pushes here. Don't love it, but hopefully Clothless carries. No! No! They have their Fable. So I think I have to do this. That feels terrible. I would have liked to do Clothis there, and then them having Fable. Because now they're going to have this Atraxa out. Also, these Acron Wars aren't as good when we don't have the vehicles. Okay, so they go Bankbuster here. It's probably Regent. The thing is, they know about a Crone War, so it makes it slightly worse. And they get the Fatal Push value off that too, which is just huge. I kind of have to save this a Crone War. Or Atraxa. I think we need to revisit this sideboard plan. Our cards just don't like properly align, because now they'll have the Blood Tithe combo going for next turn. Four cards. They're just going to be able to eat anything I play out. So it's probably right to do Fable that previous turn. They're just the fact they're keeping in Thoughtseize against the Gruul aggro deck is a choice. Like, it's coming back to punish us. But now they'll have enough for Atraxa. They can just loot something away, escape Atraxa. Now I don't have answers. So then I have to discard both of these. Try to find it. It's a bit frustrating. I'm just gonna go Fable. I do think we want to tweak this sideboard a bit. I wonder if something like Brotherhood's End makes sense for... Because like it sweeps up all their small stuff. Okay, Hearse isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So, eat Atraxa, eat Bush. Take this out of the way. So they can screw there, but then I have the bigger, but then they also have this with Menace. I'm a little bit too removal heavy. I think we want to trim down some copies of the Acron War. There's too many in the list. So either... Honestly, like, just playing some Bank Busters of our own might just be the call. Here. They just draw, this flips, kind of gets me that way. So I think what we do is in the main, we cut the Acrone Wars. I bring in... They just have everything this game. Now we're just dead. Because the Gruul deck's going to have Chariot, which helps. So I think maybe we then play the Chariots, just a couple copies. It does play me heavier into... Because they can't 1-for-1 me that way. Also, I don't think we want Shivan Devastator. One sec. So, a couple copies of Chariot. Play an Ooze. Gives me some mainboard graveyard hate. I have the Clothis. Probably. Then don't need a Braid. But play just another Chandra. Kind of tweak it like that. Because between these and these, like, I have enough. I have the 8 pieces of removal main. We have Ooze, which can be some life gain. Question is, do we want, like, 1 Chariot? This takes me down a number of dragons. But, like, there's not... I think these just being good dragons on their own is fine. So let's give this another go. See how it plays. It's tough, like if we can get those games where we go Fable on 2, it's really big. But Trespasser is pretty annoying, so... If we were on the play, I'd keep this, but opponent has 2 chances to have removal. I think we're just doing this. I'll shock on 1 because it less telegraphs. Mind you, we'll see what they play. So if it's red on 1, probably still shock. It's less likely than we show. So this could be Rakdos again. No. Could be Burn. That could be Bone Crusher out of them, which would be pretty rough because we're missing lands. Okay, no play there. Land? Yeah. Just trying to crush him at this point. Greedy mana base playing Mutavaults. I think we just need to be the aggressor here. One more land. Okay, they've been their Thoughtseize. The double Mutavault's killing you, buddy. Could just be Shieldred. Fatal Push. Creativity. Frickin' hell. Ah! So dumb. Okay, land. And we're still good. Land. Because then I deal the damage, and then they have to block. Otherwise they're dead. Instead I lose. Atraxa is such a dumb card. Like, why? Like, hey, draw 5. Okay, so this is the Acrone War matchup. Bring this in, bring this in. Dragonfires come out. Fables come out. Cindervines. So they're not like super graveyard focused. I actually probably want the Dragonfires more because they interact. Such a dumb deck. This is like part of the problem with a lot of this modern design. Like, it just invalidates so many color pairs where like Gruul can't deal with the 7 power. And naturally we cut our things and now we're this will get day-night going, which is nice. Kind of forces a play out of them. I can go Chariot. Okay, so we get go for the Throat out of them. Crone War is a nice follow-up. And then I do have the tap ability, which is also nice. True second Dragonfire. So the consideration here, like they can try to go for Atraxa, I can steal the Atraxa. That lets me get more aggressive and then try to kill him on the flip. It's been 2 lands. Because if they have thought, like, I don't think they play Thoughtseize. We see Ob here, burn down the house, transmogrify, Death Majesty can get get it back. But that gets him. They are on Death Majesty. They did have burn down the house. So maybe a Tushi's too slow. Maybe Clothis is too slow. Maybe Cinder Vines. So just bring in the Fables. Helps me dig. Because I have the Ooze. Let's do it like that. I don't want to overboard because their dedicated plan is not just go for the graveyard combo. I think we have to mulligan. Okay, sounds good. Decent. They mulled pretty aggressive, so it's not terrible, but I do need another red. So ideally it's just like red land here. Okay, so that baits that out. We can go lair here.
It's my turn. This'll be easy.
Just start dealing damage. We need to try to go for the ult here.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I did this because if I hit 5 mana,
Going down.
I obviously want to be able to cast one of my dragons. This also takes me out of burn down the house range. The flip there is also really good.
This'll be easy.
So they could Rotten Reunion Atraxa, so I'm going to decline here. Just pay 2 life here. Okay, so they have burn down here. They might have Atraxa, so we'll just do this.
Like fire with fire.
So they have they could have Fatal Push.
Yup, you're going down. Oh, today's my lucky day.
The problem is that kills me. I think Chandra is worth more. Fuck! Oh, but I can still attack into it. I have to exert here. I have to trade my Chandra. then they also got Liliana to bring it back. They got all the pieces. It's so frustrating. I shouldn't have. I had the safety valve in hand.
Well, that was a disaster.
So 1,
Flammable.
4. Oh, they have Fatal Push. What am I doing? What am I doing? We're just dead. Atraxa is such a dumb card. So I do think those changes are helpful. Ultimately, it just comes down to Atraxa being dumb. Let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.